big, red, beautiful flowers. Red, big, beautiful flowers. Or beautiful, big, red flowers. Which phrase has the adjectives placed correctly before the noun flowers? A new Swiss digital watch. A new digital Swiss watch. Which phrase is correct? Hello friends, in the previous two lessons, we learned how adjectives describe nouns or pronouns by adding more information to them. More information means more adjectives, and more adjectives bring along one problem, the problem of order or positioning. If you weren't able to figure out the correct order of adjectives in the phrases at the beginning of this lesson, then stay tuned to learn how to place adjectives correctly when there are two or more of different kinds in a sentence. Friends, my name is Hemant Singh Rana and you're watching Enlive on English, making the language entertaining, lively and functional. And it's time to learn something new. Before we learn to place two or more adjectives in the right order, we need to understand gradable and non-gradable adjectives. An adjective is said to be gradable if it has comparative and superlative forms. Most adjectives are gradable. Take example of three gradable adjectives: cold, happy and important, which have comparative and superlative degrees. Cold, colder, coldest; happy, happier, happiest; and important, more important and most important. Since cold, happy and important can be graded, these can have different levels of their respective qualities, which mean we can make their qualities weaker or stronger by adding adverbs like quite, slightly, fairly, very, extremely, etc. Let's see some examples to understand this better. It's slightly cold today. It's quite cold today. It's extremely cold today. Sarah looks fairly happy. Sarah looks reasonably happy. Sarah looks extremely happy. It's a really important decision. It's an extremely important decision. In all the sentences, with adverbs slightly, fairly, quite, reasonably, really and extremely, we have showed more or less of a particular quality. We just saw adjectives can have different levels of qualities, but there are adjectives which have extreme or absolute qualities and can't be graded. Such adjectives are called non-gradable adjectives. These adjectives represent qualities that are either extreme or completely present or completely absent. Besides, these adjectives don't have comparative and superlative forms. Also, these can't be used with adverbs like very, slightly or extremely. Let's understand this in detail. Consider non-gradable adjectives dead, correct, freezing and boiling. You can't be more dead or most dead, nor can you be slightly dead or extremely dead. You are just simply dead. Similarly, you can't be very correct or slightly correct. You can be either correct or incorrect. Both adjectives represent absolutes and are also called absolute adjectives. In case of freezing and boiling, both represent extremes of cold and hot. That means they contain the idea of very in them and are therefore also called extreme adjectives. Some other non-gradable absolute adjectives are acceptable, destroyed, finished, free, impossible, necessary, perfect, ruined, unacceptable, etc. Similarly, some extreme adjectives are amazing, ancient, awful, delicious, enormous, excellent, fascinating, gorgeous, terrible, tiny, and so on. In order to make non-gradable adjectives sound stronger, we can use adverbs absolutely, totally, or completely with them. For example, it's absolutely necessary to follow the rules. The business was completely ruined by the huge loss. Martha gave a totally amazing performance. The cake tasted absolutely delicious. Really and pretty are two adverbs that can go with gradable and non-gradable adjectives, as in, is it really necessary to practice daily? I found this book really interesting. It's pretty impossible to convince Steve. This dress is pretty expensive. Now we know what gradable and non-gradable adjectives are. It's time to learn how to place or position two or more adjectives when they appear before a noun in any sentence. Consider two phrases on your screen. Beautiful big red flowers. An attractive new Swiss digital watch. Now the big question here is how to decide the order of adjectives before flowers, watch or any other noun. The answer is fairly simple. There is a preferred order that we need to follow, and the order is opinion, size or physical quality, shape, age, color, participle adjectives, nationality or origin, material, type and purpose. Going by this order, before any noun we first write adjective mentioning opinion such as beautiful, attractive, pathetic, ugly, etc. Then size or physical quality like big, large, small, hard, soft and so on. Followed by shape, rectangular, circular, square and so forth. Age, young, old, new, ancient, etc. Color, black, red, white and so on. Participle adjectives, furnished, broken, pointed and so on. Nationality or origin, Chinese, American, Indian and so on. Material, wooden, plastic, gold, etc. Type, high-tech, super fast, slow, digital and so forth. Purpose, chocolate box, vegetable basket, food pack, etc. Here, chocolate, vegetable and food tell us the purpose of box, basket and pack. Now let's see this order in the phrases I shared with you earlier. In the first phrase, we have first mentioned opinion, that is beautiful, followed by size, big and color, red. In the second phrase, first opinion has come, then age, origin and type. In both phrases, the order of adjectives has been followed. Just to become more comfortable with the order, let's see some more examples. An excellent, foolproof, inclusive growth plan. A long rectangular wooden conference table. Promising Indian pharmaceutical companies. A spacious, new, furnished, smart house. We can remember the order by following the 5 plus 5 formula, as per which 5 gradable adjectives which mention opinion, size, quality, shape and age come before 5 non-gradable adjectives comprising participle adjective, origin, material, type and purpose. One thing we need to remember is it's a preferred order, not an absolute one. Now let's quickly discuss some situations where we can tinker with the order. We sometimes prefer to put a short adjective before a long one. For example, a short, interesting book. Tall, attractive buildings. A new, spacious mansion. When two gradable adjectives come before a noun, we can put either a comma or conjunction and between them. Let's see some examples. It's an interesting, engaging story. Or it's an interesting and engaging story. Martha is a beautiful tall lady. Or Martha is a beautiful and tall lady. A picturesque circular garden. Or a picturesque and circular garden. In case there are two non-gradable adjectives from the same class, we will use conjunction and. If they belong to a different class, there is no need to use and. Let's understand this with the help of some examples. Increasing financial troubles. Political and financial troubles. Wooden meeting tables. Wooden and metal tables. When we have two adjectives, we place the more specific one closer to the noun. The specific adjective is the one which describes the noun or is closely linked to it in terms of meaning. Let's see some examples. A beautiful yellow flower. An intriguing science question. Fascinating children activities. In the just mentioned sentences, beautiful, intriguing and fascinating were general opinions, while yellow, science and children were closely related to nouns and described what's most permanent about them. In case we have two opinions coming together, we put the general opinion first, followed by the specific one before a noun. Let's see some examples. A frightening, dangerous snake. A lovely, vibrant garden. A handsome, talented man. Here, frightening, lovely, and handsome are general opinions. If we have two adjectives having similar meanings, more often than not, the shorter one comes first. The other order is also possible. For example, a lively, effervescent atmosphere. A bright, energetic person. A serene, peaceful place. When two adjectives refer to different parts of something, we use conjunction and. Always remember, two color adjectives will always have and between them. When the adjectives refer to two qualities in contrast, we use conjunction but. Let's understand this with the help of some examples. Small and big stripes. Pink and white flowers. An effective but complex plan. An intelligent but boring person. When we use adjectives predicatively, we put and between two complementary adjectives. Let's see some sentences. The library hall is spacious and well ventilated. The artwork is extraordinary and beautiful. The coffee smells delicious and tempting. One thing to notice, adjectives like beautiful and tempting, which express opinions, come last. With this, we have come to the end of this lesson. I hope now there's no confusion with regard to positioning of two or more adjectives in a sentence. If there's any, please let me know in the comments below and I'll try my best to remove it. In the next lesson, we will discuss degrees of comparison, positive, comparative and superlative. The next lesson will be as engaging and interesting as this lesson was. I'll be back with you soon. Till then, keep learning and keep improving. Goodbye.